Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all you fellow renegades. Today is the day where I finally check out Ren Mackay or Mackay. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I don't want to do it an injustice. But yes, this is Ren's new song, and I saw him post something about it, a little backstory to it, and this is just going to be an instrumental, no lyrics or anything of the sort. So a little something different from Ren, but Ren always manages to give us something different and absolutely nail it every time because he is one of the seven wonders of the world. Well, he's the eighth wonder of the world at this point. But yes, I do appreciate every single one of you tuning in. I thank you, and it means a lot to me. But before we begin, I just want to say thank you for helping me get to 1 million views here on the channel. We have reached a million views. This is something I never thought was possible, and I never even really thought about it to begin with. I actually had some of the subscribers here on the channel tell me about it because I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing. It just happened. But a big part of that is thanks to Ren and all of you renegades. And while Ren is a special person here on this planet, his fans are just as special. So don't sell yourself short. Each and every one of you are special. So don't you forget that. And I thank you a lot for being here with me whenever you decide to tune in. So without further ado, this is a tribute to Ren's friend who was lost, Mackay, or Mackay. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yes, this Ren's birthday just passed and Mackay's birthday. So happy birthday to both of them. Happy birthday to Ren. Happy birthday to his friend Callum. Yeah, we're going to begin now. He's amazing. And to be able to say so many things without actually speaking is true talent. I was able to vividly picture different scenes as his fingers were dancing across the keys. And the one thing that I kept imagining while witnessing that was a heart beating. And it went through many different trials throughout that. I feel as though that was the story of a heart there. And it's how Ren's heart felt throughout the friendship with Callum and how it feels now. And at the beginning, we have the slow build, and there's a certain calm and maybe a little bit of dancing. I was picturing dancing on a frozen lake at one point, and then there was snowflakes falling, and then I'm seeing droplets of rain just landing on water. Now that could have been teardrops as well. And Ren has certainly made me cry a lot of times here on the channel. And we've seen his tribute for Joe and Freckled Angels, and now we have Mackay, or Mackay. But there was the racing of the keys. Once we had the build, it was almost as if that was the discovery of their friendship. Ren and Callum had met, and you get the excitedness. You get excitement when you meet someone new, and then you start having new journeys together and going on adventures and these fun moments that you're creating with one another. And there's that franticness that you get because you don't know what's going to happen next, but you're excited for it. And then there's the calm part of the piano, and there was that calm, and I believe that's representative of being content in your friendship. And whether you're out exploring or you're just simply sitting on a couch somewhere and enjoying one another's company, just being in each other's presence. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you just enjoy vibing and being in the presence of someone that you admire. So you have that calm feeling. And then you have the joyfulness, knowing that you have made a lifelong friend. It really brings a smile to your face and it makes your heart happy. But then we have the racing again, and we saw the camera work from Sam really getting up close, and excellent work from Sam as always. That can never be stated enough. But Ren allows us these close looks at his feelings and into his life, and the way Sam was bringing the camera in even closer allowed us to really get in there with Ren's fingers and see them racing across the keys, and then allow us our own interpretations. So not everybody's going to feel the same way I feel. We're all individuals, and it's up for interpretation. That's the beautiful thing about music. But there was that franticness, and I believe the reason that racing of the keys was that after that calm, it was the calm before the storm. And that may have been when Ren received the news about his friend Callum, and his heart starts racing, it starts pounding, because he wants to believe that he could have done something to prevent it. But then you have the slow and the somber tilting, and he becomes saddened. His heart becomes heavy, because there isn't anything that he can do now. So we just witnessed memories of their friendship flooding across the keys. And Ren really let us have an insight into the beauty and the tragedy and the moments of happiness that they had together. And it really shows us that we need to cherish these moments that we have with our friends and family even more. It really puts into perspective a lot of things. And we are not here for a long time. So, whatever time you have left, cherish that. Be grateful for the moments that you get with one another. You know, it really helped me vividly picture different scenes, and one of them as well was from the anime Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but there is an ending to season 2, and it's one of the saddest moments in anime. And it's been 10 years, and I still think about it whenever I think about sad moments. And this, just listening to those keys, really brought me back to that again because it was the tragedy of losing a friend. And the main character, Ken Kaneki, he reunites with his friend Hyde after not seeing him for a while. And they're reminiscing about these happy memories they had with one another. But while that is transpiring and they're reminiscing, Hyde is actually dying. He's bleeding out, but Kaneki doesn't know this. And Hyde doesn't want to tell him because he wants to live in the moment. Because he just wants to think about the happiness that they shared. And he wants Kaneki to remember those moments. Because he cherishes them, and I believe that's important. And Ren does a good job of showing us that here because the memory of Callum, no matter how long it's been since the last time they spoke, it's something that he cherishes, just like he did with Joe. So, Kaneki's friend eventually collapses, and that's when he discovers that he was dying. But they were so in the moment, reminiscing, that you realize how losing someone can be so sad and sudden. And Kaneki carries his friend's lifeless body through the street as it's snowing. And the theme song plays, but it's more of an acoustic version, and there's violins, but then there's piano play too. And this really brought me back to that moment. And just this and Ren, this moment, hearing this and Ren allowing us these insights and being able to vividly picture something and allocate it to something that we connect with, no matter what it may be, is special. And Ren's a special person, man. And there was also very special moments in this. And I believe there was a butterfly at one moment when Sam peered the camera back out somewhere near the end. Might not have been right there, sorry. When he peers the camera out. Right there, a butterfly. It's the only those things I see happen to Ren, those special moments. I mean, he picked the perfect sweatshirt to wear Then he has a butterfly across the screen, and that could represent Callum. That could be him releasing all of these feelings. He has this feeling of salvation here. He's freeing all of these emotions and things that he wanted to say to Callum, but he couldn't find the words to speak it. So he allowed his fingers and these keys to really dance in harmony. And then they released all of this emotion that he's been wanting to express for Callum. He's gifted, man. And he's gifted us his music. But that blissful moment, this is towards the end of the song, and then there's a butterfly, almost as if he's releasing. And then we see Callum, perhaps, flutter off freely. And even seeing the sun rays cascade across Ren's face in this, I mean, just that light shining down, that could be the light from Callum, just letting Ren know, like, it's okay. So then, those sun rays, just Callum putting his hand on Ren's shoulder. It's gonna be alright. You know? This isn't goodbye forever, it's just until we meet again. Just gotta cherish the moments, cherish the memories. And I also see the red marks here on Ren's neck, and I'm guessing maybe he carried the weight of this keyboard up there. Maybe he had it strapped, and it caused some ligature marks on his neck, and he's got some redness, but he toughed it out, and he set out to get it up to the top of this hill or this mountain, the area that he climbed, and he knew he was going to do it, even if he was in pain. And if that doesn't tell the story for Ren's music, he's a fighter, man. This was special. So, thank you to Ren. Thank you to you guys for tuning in, and thank you to both of you, Ren and all of you Renegades, for helping to get me to 1 million views, and even spending time, if you're here at the end of this video with me and still listening to me ramble on. I appreciate you. So thank you. And rest in peace to Callum, Mackay, Ren's friend. And I did see someone commented and told me that there was another friend there that tried to save Callum, but tragically lost his life as well. So rest in peace to the other soul. And happy birthday to Ren and Callum.